Hi. Well, good morning in our time on this day. It's the 4th of May, 2022. The reason I'm sharing that is because for us here in Holland, it is Memorial Day. And well, I woke up in turmoil, tears, God knows what else. Manon, how did you wake up this morning?
Like sunshine. I think I just told you just before we started to record this. I think I've been crying the whole morning.
And you said that your solar plexus was really, it felt like it was tearing apart, right?
Yeah.
And the solar plexus is the part where we are connected with the collective. And our collective here in Holland is in pain.
I will cry again. Jeez.
Yeah, just keep it going. It will flow through you. I might join you at some point. So today is going to be a little different because I was asked to share my experience of this day 2 years ago, which was when COVID had just thrown us all in lockdown. We were all sitting at home, and I'm just painting the picture of what it was like. And it's uplifting, by the way, just so stay with us. It was a very healing day. So I was at home like everybody else, and I had a realization that for years ago, when I was little, we only had 2 or 3 TV channels. So the whole country used to watch the same things, and it was kind of a community thing. You would even discuss it. The new Michael Jackson video is coming out. We would all stay home and watch that. So it felt like, hey, we're all at home, we're all stuck there, and we can't go to Dam Square or wherever it is you live in Holland, where we would all come together for Memorial Day. We have to do this at home. And I thought, oh, so we are probably all going to be watching this. So it felt like we had, on a level, we were all connected in a completely different way. And I had also been wondering, because, you know, most of the actual witnesses of the war itself are getting very, very old. So there won't be any actual witnesses soon. And I was wondering how they were going to take that into the future. Who was going to be telling the story? And at 8 o'clock at night, this is when we have 2 minutes of silence. Everything stops. And then normally on Dam Square, it means the royal family comes out of the palace. The mayor is there, and then there's lots and lots and lots of people. I think there's, I don't know, thousands of people on that square. And then they put the wreath near the monument, and they have the witnesses from then telling part of their story. So this time I thought, okay, we'll switch the TV on and see what happens. I wonder how they're going to do this. And it was empty. And just 2 people coming out of the palace, dressed in black, our king and queen, the mayor and our prime minister also in black, and 2 other people, I can't remember right now who they were, but it was, it was almost as if they were floating across the square towards the monument. And there were these 2 huge screens, and it was the witnesses giving their speech with their grandchild behind them, basically saying that they would take over the story in future. And I just sat there and I went, oh, well, there's the answer to my question. So that's part of how they're going to do this. And it made such an impression on me, far more than having thousands of people there, because there was this moment, this moment of realization where I thought, oh, so this is what it feels like when the smoke clears and there's just you looking around at whatever is left. And so, and right now I'm also looking into something we were talking about in our last meeting with our intelligent friends. And that was about that we, as humanity, we're in the illusion that we're repeating history all the time. And we actually said, and they actually told us, no, we're not. We are making progress. It's just because we're in it that it's hard to see. And we are making progress because that's what I experienced 2 years ago when the rest of that was unfolding in front of me. So for all those people now who are worried because there's another war going on in the far corner of our backyards, it's not the same. This is what happened. Apart from the speeches that were done, the king spoke, which they never do on that day. And he actually started by apologizing for something his great grandmother did or didn't do. And that was she fled to England. And he apologized for that, that was not the right thing to do. That was a first. And it was for me, it felt like a healing moment. Then we've always talked about the horrendous things that have happened to the Jewish people. But here in Holland, there's the Indonesian people who always felt left behind because monstrosities have happened there too. They were not only mentioned this time, they got their own wreath, and it was finally, it felt like they were taken into the picture. And since my father is Indonesian, that really touched me a lot, but it didn't stop there. Finally, they also acknowledged all the gypsies and all the gay people that were picked up. Every single one of them was mentioned. So in order of progress, I know it's only words, but in this case, words are used as weapons so often. And in this case, I think they were used as medicine, and I experienced them that way. And that for me is that progress. And that's all I really wanted to share. So it actually felt like a liberation at the end of that. I'm not going to say sorry for these tears because they're just moving through. So yeah, whenever it feels hopeless, just know we are making progress, baby steps, but we are.
Wow.
And I don't know if our friends have anything to add to this.
They're silent. They're actually taking a deep bow.
Well, maybe that's what we can do. Just maybe we can be silent for all those people who are experiencing war right now in whatever form. And that doesn't just mean actual war like what's going on in lots of countries, but also any oppression, any exclusion rather than inclusion. If it's about gender, religion, color, belief systems, whatever. Can we maybe be silent for all those people who have that inner turmoil, who don't find it easy to trust.
Thank you so much, Chantal. I love that suggestion. Yeah.
Deep breath. Thank you.
Somehow this feels like this will do for now.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Wow.
Oh, and something else came in that silence. The ones that that have not been mentioned doesn't mean that they're not included. This also includes so many people who have been wronged by systems.
Ay.
So many people in jails that shouldn't be there. They should be in other places. There's people living in tents who shouldn't be there. There's, it's for everybody.
Yep.
Well, all I can say is, with a tremendous amount of love, don't forget self-care, self-love.
Self-care and self-love. And don't forget, we are here, with you. We're in it together. We are
Yes.
in it together, and we are the ones who, can change things.
We can only do it together.
We can only do that together, definitely.
So yes, please.
And we're already changing it just by mentioning things, just by reaching out to each other, just by asking for help, it's not the big steps we think of in changing things, but this is already it.
It's actually much easier than we think in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because we're all responsible for each other too, in the sense that if we all watch out for each other, hold space for each other, things change already. And it will change anyway, even if we do nothing. We might as well be a part of it. Okay.
See you next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye. Oh, it's still recording.